Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, so let's start. Good evening, everyone. This is Tejal, welcoming you all on behalf of VJTI. We are tuning in with the first session of the webinar series, StockXed. To enlighten and educate us throughout the series, we have Mr. Sujit SS as a chief speaker. He's the founder and CEO of Manidhan, a Level 2 NISM investment advisor, FRM US Guard Level 1 passed, and a DMIT account manager. We welcome you, sir. Thank you for being here.
Hello, thank you, Tejal, and hello, guys. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, great. So let's start the session. And first and foremost, let me give a brief intro about what we do. We manage DMAT account. When we say DMAT account, every individual will need a DMAT account where he can store his electronic assets like shares, bonds, mutual funds, etc. So we are those guys who guide you with selection of those assets such that the wealth creation should be faster than at least bank FD. That's what our objective is, to guide you, be your advisor, help you in selecting the proper stocks and save you from DHFL and SBank kind of stocks. And that's what we do. And we do fairly good with that. We have track record, which is very nice. And the major USP that Manidhan wants to change here is we get paid after the result is provided, which is in the sense we we wait until the person makes 1 lakh rupees profit so that we can earn 10,000 profit. The point here is right now the financial industry is completely all about fixed fees, AMCs and expense ratio. There is rarely anybody who is earning based on the performance. So we are trying to challenge that business model where everybody gets a fixed fee, even if it is a LIC person. He comes for a cut on his premium, and these guys are never to be seen after 5 years or 10 years down the line. So we wanted to be there to handhold the person until the end. So today we are going to talk about, I will share you my screen. One second. I'm going to share my entire screen today. Yeah. So, we would like to talk about why do we need to even come into share market when we can say when we can go to bank FD and put their money there. The point here being is that for any person in India, he can invest in bank FD. He has to wait for 12 years to earn 100% return. That is the usual methodology right now. And the problem here is previously it was very less time to double the money. In 1995, you used to get 15% CAGR, and that was doubling your money in 5 years. So that's why our parents, grandparents, or everybody still recommend you to do a bank FD. Whereas what I try to do is I try to enlighten guys is, boss, that days are over. Today it is 6% in FD, and you will have to wait 12 years for that. If the same money comes to gold, you are volunteering for some kind of price action risk. When you are taking risk on that, gold has to double every 8 or 9 years. So that is what's happening with gold. And when the same money, now let's assume the same money is coming to stocks. So what is happening here is you cannot say no to the risk here. You cannot save yourself from Anil Ambani companies or SBank or DHFL. It is embedded in the stock market that you will find such companies. You cannot reduce your risk. So on that front, we can only negotiate with respect to the compensation that you get. The compensation is in the form of time. We always say, boss, if gold is giving me double in 8 years or 9 years, please double my money in 5 years in stock market. That's where the game begins. Like once you are in stock market, we say you should at least generate 100% returns in 5 years. I believe so far so good. Tejal, any doubts? Please keep on asking because this is a topic I would love to have a FAQ interaction more rather than I just blabbering a lot of stuff. Basically, it's going to be few data points and people might not grasp it on the spot.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah. So let me talk about the usual methods via which you go to stock market. One is mutual funds, second is PMS, third is direct equity. Direct equity somewhere is a place where you need a demat account. Once you are, if you are going via mutual funds, you do not need a demat account. So what are the pros and cons of mutual funds? We all know pros is it's basically no brainer for you. You just go buy a mutual fund whichever you wish to have, check out their past performance and go on. So it helps unskilled investor. It is for the masses. Anybody with a 500 rupees can start an SIP in mutual fund and he can keep amassing good stocks under a guidance of a very good fund manager and hope that the mutual fund gets the job done. Of course, for equity exposure, you cannot directly go and buy Amazon, Google, or Apple stocks nowadays. So there are mutual funds that provide you access to these companies. Ultimately, we are their customers. We use Amazon, Google, and Amazon more than we use Reliance Industries, maybe. So basically, it is a no-brainer that you should own some part of these companies, and mutual funds are the way to do that. So then we thought about, okay, mutual fund sahi hai. They keep on talking about that everywhere. We wanted to know what are the cons of a mutual fund. What are the issues that you need a specific demat account and you should take matters in your own hand. What was the issue? The issue is with a mutual fund, it is like sitting in a general train where an 18-year-old and a 60-year-old guy has the same portfolio. An 18-year-old boy will have higher aspirations, he can take higher risk, whereas a 60-year-old uncle cannot risk any more risk money. So that was not okay. So same portfolio it doesn't meet your own criteria. Then the fixed ratio irrespective of performance. So whether for I will give an example. Last 5 years, mutual funds have not done very poorly. Most of them have earned just 5%, 4%, 6% interest in returns. In that scenario, we were not appreciative of the fact that expense ratio of 1% was gone per year basis with or without a good performance. So in 5 years, the fund manager, the AMC company has earned more than 5%, whereas the ultimate risk taker, the ultimate investor who started this SIP with respect with end goal, say in 5 years, your daughter's marriage or education, whatever the goal was, it didn't get it done. They didn't get it done, and they got away with the fees. That is one thing. Third point here is, it's unsafe to drive a car without a reverse gear. Even though you do not need it all the time, but it is unsafe to drive a car without reverse gear. Mutual fund is all about long only strategy. They cannot short and sell, or they cannot protect you when the market goes down. And we clearly saw that in March when due to Corona, the things went down. Most of the mutual funds couldn't exceed the stocks at peak, or they got stuck, and most of them lost 20-30%. Biggest calamity was Franklin Debt Fund, where six debt funds were wound up, and Franklin didn't give payout of 30,000 crores. To put things in perspective, IL&FS fiasco happened for 25,000 crores. Big Bazaar was bought by Mukesh Ambani for 25,000 crores. And Franklin debt fund is not giving payout of up to 30,000 crores of public. That's the size, and nobody is going to talk more about it because, as you know, it's not that much of a pain point for many people. So maybe I don't know how it is. And biggest limitation is you can get up to only one. So if you remember, Reliance rallied up a lot, and mutual funds couldn't buy more than 10% in a Reliance. The point here is they cannot buy more than 10% of an asset in a single mutual fund scheme. So again, if you say that, okay, boss, out of 100 rupees, I should buy 40 rupees worth Reliance and 20 rupees worth TCS, it's not possible because mutual fund the rule says you should not buy more than 10% of your money in single asset. That's what mutual funds are about. And on contrary, direct equity, the money, then what we do is we just go and buy the best top 5, 7 stocks. That's it. Our entire universe is this. This is our entire universe of stocks. HSC, Nestle, Dabur, TCH, Bajaj Finance, Asian Paints, Gold, ETF and stuff. So these are the entire paradigm of stocks that we buy. And if you notice, PPFAS is a long-term mutual fund which we subscribe to. We buy a lot of these mutual funds. When it comes to mutual funds, PPFAS gives us foreign exposures, so we use these guys. And most importantly, their churning ratio is very less. What is churning ratio? Churning ratio means if a stock, if a company buys 100 rupee worth stocks between and rebuy it once again, what happened here is there is a 100% churn of your portfolio. If they just cut 20 rupees and rebuy that 20 rupees, then it is a 20% churn. So what happens with the churn is, if for every churn, there is a frictional cost. And in India, frictional cost is very, very high. The bid-ask spread, the STTT, LTCG gains, multiple issues are there. And churning is not good. Maybe the party churning, we have to pay the brokerage, the fees, everything is there. So not churning is a big issue. And PPFAs guys do not churn more than 5 or 6%. And we as Manidhan do not churn at all. At all, in the sense, in last 10 years, we have never sold HDFC Bank का share. एक भी share नहीं बेचा है. We have never sold the Nestle, Dabur or anything in last 5 to 6 years. Asian Paints doubles every 3 years since last 10 years. So this is what Manidhan does. This is what we wanted to talk about. Over to you, Tejal.
So there are some questions in the chat box.
Yes, checking out. Are mutual funds safer? Chances of loss are less, is it? Yes, Dhruv, mutual funds are safer because they in the top 6 or 7 stocks. Chances of a loss is less. I will give you an idea about where the mutual fund money is going. I will reshare my screen. Can you see my screen?
No, sir.
Now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So I will show you market now. I would like to show that we have few data points regarding mutual funds, and we want to show you that, okay, mutual fund has 2 sections. One is debt fund, another one is equity. And with debt, you know, it is a binomial event. Debt is a binomial event in the sense either you get your money back with interest and you are happy, either you lose your capital and no more interest. This is what happened with PMC Bank and DHFL, where the people who invested money has lost it. They are not getting the interest or the capital anymore. The other end, debt fund, if it is works, then you are getting the interest and you get the capital back. That is why people go to SBI and HDFC or SBI Bank to FD rather than going to anybody else. Then the other component which is risky and rewarding is the equity fund. We would like to tell you that, okay, SBI is the biggest mutual fund in India because SBI carries the value of trust. And ICICI hai. Nippon was previously Anil Ambani's Reliance Capital. So it is now taken over by Nippon. Overall, out of 25 lakh crore AUM, this equity has 9 lakh crore AUM. So equity is the risk taker and the fluctuation product. So Indian people in India, entire equity mutual fund size is just 9 lakh crores versus Reliance is 15 lakh crore company. I'm just giving you an idea about how little actually people trust equity market. They always go after debit fund. And out of your 25 lakh crore that mutual funds manage, 9 lakh crore is in equity. And out of that 9 lakh crore, 2 lakh crore is from pension funds into SBI. So totally 7 lakh crore ही है, $1 billion probably. And that is a story of how small the mutual fund industry still is. This is why people say only 2-3% of Indians save money in equity market, and it is very small, and there is a probability that this market will boom because in US almost 18 to 19% of the public save money in there. Out of this 9 lakh crore, if you notice, almost 535 schemes have ICICI, HDFC Bank, Bharati Airtel, Infosys, Axis, Larsen Turbo. So these are the companies where your money will eventually end up. And if you notice all of them, you know them very well. ICICI ko jante ho, HDFC, Airtel, Infosys, Axis, L&T, Reliance, State Bank, Hindustan Unilever, TCS. So basically they are buying the companies which they are going to stay for next 30, 20, whatever years they are going to stay there. They are the biggest guys. And if you can see how much money is chasing HDFC Bank alone, too much money is chasing HDFC Bank alone. In fact, almost 9% of entire 9 lakh crore is between HDFC Bank and HDFC. Okay.
Sir, can you elaborate the term AUM?
Asset under management. AUM means asset under management. So that is the money that they manage. So let's say if I manage 9 lakh crores, I am going to get 1% of it just to manage as a service that I am providing. The AMC companies are going to get almost, I believe, 900 crores or something. No, 9,000 crores. Sorry, 1% of 9 lakh is 9,000 crores. Is the fees. Fees is 9 lakh crores probably. That's what I say, because some mutual funds charge you 2% expense ratio, some charge you 0.5% expense ratio. On an average, equity mutual funds earn 1% every year, which is fees on 9 lakh crore is 9,000 crores. So this is why when we say AUM, you have to respect this fact that okay, I am complete India is paying 9,000 crores per year to mutual fund industry just to buy these companies, which any blind Tom, Dick and Harry could have bought. इसमें नया क्या है means, but yeah, lack of knowledge gap. It's like going to doctor and doctor is prescribing you paracetamol. ये तो मुझे ही पता था, but just to get a paracetamol prescribed from doctor, people are paying this much amount. This is the value proposition which Manihan wants to change.
So
Then
is it
let's.
similar to brokerage rate?
It's not similar to brokerage. Brokerage is on per transaction basis. If you do not do any kind of transaction, if you do not do any transaction, then there is no brokerage involved. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's say I am a real estate agent, and when you buy a real estate, for every transaction, I will get a 1%, 2% fees for every transaction. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but let's say you bought a property, and I am a real estate manager. Okay, manager. So what I am here saying is, you whether you sell your property or not, give me 1% of property's value every year for the managing of the property. The hostel warden ko milta hai and all that.
Acha.
So this
Okay.
is irrespective of a transaction, you have to pay me this 1% just to manage this.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So what do
Yes.
you suggest initially? Fixed deposits or mutual funds?
Uh, go with fixed deposits. No, mutual funds. Do not go with fixed deposit. I will tell you why you should avoid fixed deposits nowadays. There is a data point that we always try to tell people that, boss, you have to remember the 72 rule where it says, tell me the current FD interest rate. Say if it is 10 percentage, I can go and divide 72 divided by 10, that is 10 percentage, and I will get an answer is 7.2 years to double. दिस इज द सिंपलेस्ट कैलकुलेशन दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. कोई आपको बोले कि मैं आपको 10% दूंगा, तो याद रखना कॉम्पाउंडिंग में 7.5 साल के अंदर पैसा डबल हो जाएगा. आज का 10 लाख विल बिकम 20 lakhs इन दैट. सो टुडे it is 6%. बैंक का FD with 6% है, तो you go to bank and tell them that this is my 10 lakh or 1 lakh, please put it in FD and give me compounded interest and tell me when it will double. So basically it is going to be 72 divided by 6% is equal to 12 years. Make sense? Right. So I want to remind you, when our parents के जमाने में 1995 में कुछ सही नहीं था, इंडियन बैंकिंग सिस्टम वाज पेइंग यू 15% एज इंटरेस्ट रेट. एफडी का 15% मिलता था. और ड्यूरिंग दैट डेज यू कैन रिमेंबर 15% बोले तो 72 डिवाइडेड बाय 15 years, 4.8 years. Let's say 5 years. You are doubling in 5 years. So what is the benefit of doubling in 5 years is 1 lakh becomes 4 lakh in 10 years. Make sense? 15%
Yes.
इंटरेस्ट रेट पे. और अभी जो 6% इंटरेस्ट रेट है ना, एफडी डालने जाओगे, 1 lakh becomes 4 lakh in 24 years. चलो, यहाँ पे बच्चा 5th स्टैंडर्ड तक आ चुका है. बच्चा जिस दिन child was born, if you are doing an FD, 10 years means 5th standard, na? 5th class. When the boy is in 5th class or boy girl is in 5th class, you got 4 lakhs. And here 24 years means marriage age. Kid was born today. If your kid is born and you are going to put 1 lakh rupees, उनकी marriage के time पे 4 लाख बनेगा. Difference देख रहे हो? So does it make sense to go to FD anymore?
No, sir.
No. So, and then I am not even talking about the inflation. Inflation is a treadmill. You are on a treadmill already. If you stand, then inflation will take you back. दूध का रेट बढ़ रहा है, all the petrol prices are going up, diesel prices are going up. So if you keep this money in your bag only, after 5 days, that purchase power of 100 rupees is going to dwindle down due to inflation. So it is a constant race. Government wants people to be efficient. So here right now, government needs people to take a loan out of bank, go and start more businesses. People should the economic activity should boost up. government feels that economy is down, so obviously what they do here is they are lowering the FD so that you go and take borrow money. Benefit here is when the interest rates are less, people start borrowing more. Make sense? Here. यूएस का यूएस का यही हाल है कि देयर इंटरेस्ट रेट्स आर ऑलमोस्ट जीरो. सो द आपको फेसबुक या गूगल या अमेजन खोलना ही पड़ेगा. यू हैव नो अदर ऑप्शन. यू हैव टू बी ए कैपिटलिस्ट देयर. What can you do if you have some capital? If you are retired and you cannot risk money, but there are no other options than probably equity or gold. And in US, physical gold is not that kind of a craze the kind Indians have. Make sense? So FD is a big no right now. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And I will. Somebody asked me, how do you calculate how things are doubling and why should you stick with securities? I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a simple formula, simple methodology where how we came through this. As I said, an Indian citizen can go and do FD. He will double his money in 12 years. And I also told you, if you are in stock market, you better double your money in 5 years, else gold will laugh at you. Who has a larger track record and more consistent one. So when you come to stock market, the companies should reward you for the risk that you volunteer. And we saw and found by some HDFC Bank, it's doubling every 4 years since 1999. So World Cup to World Cup, we took an analogy of World Cup to World Cup, and you can notice that it has been doubling. 100 became 200 in 2011, 15, 19,000. Today it is 1,086. Okay, even after Corona crisis, with respect to January 2019 January में 1064 था, and आज भी वही rate है. So did you lose in Corona with HDFC Bank prices? No, you are safe. So your money. So when you read newspaper that the economy is going down, companies are not doing well, HDFC is a consistent compounder. There are a few companies like this. I can go on and on and on. Like Nestle, again, Nestle doubles every 5 years. Why is it that? Because Nestle has a moat. Cerelac, when a baby is born, they have to buy Cerelac. The Maggie, hostel kids are always thriving on Maggie. Nescafe, so many products. They have almost 120 products. And if they tomorrow increase the price of Maggie from 10 rupees to 12 rupees, still we will buy that Maggie. And this is the power of Nestle, where it has been doubling for every 5 years. And it is never ever it's not an achievement from the company, it is fair compensation. It's never achievement. For the risk that you volunteer, 4 या 5 साल में double होना is a fair okay result. And again, Bajaj Finance 0% EMI mobile PUBG. We always buy mobile at 0% EMI or laptop or AC nowadays. So in the game of that 0% EMI, the king is Bajaj Finance. They touched upon everybody's life, and thanks to that game or that business model, Bajaj Finance has been doubling not just for actually 2 years में double हुआ है, but on conservative basis we would like to tell you 4 years. Look at the growth. 5 rupees stock become 36, again 72, 348, 2064. अभी 3465 चल रहा था कल, and we expect it to touch almost 5500 levels in next 4 years. This is the beauty. We are here because they are keeping on growing consistently. We can assume with fair probability that these companies will meet the next milestone as per expectation. If they don't, money always chases better opportunity. Fourth company, Asian Paints. If you ever buy a real estate, Asian Paint company has almost 65% market share. You will eventually end up buying Asian Paint products. And in last 10 years, Asian Paints has been doubling every 3 years. In last 10 years, Asian Paint has never seen a negative year. हर साल में प्रॉफिट दिया है एशियन पेंट्स ने, and again we are believing that it will go to 3,800 or 4,000 levels. would you like to check for more companies like this? What you have to do here is, I'll give you an idea to find these kind of companies. HDFC Bank share price. Is it okay that I wander to these points?
Yes, sir.
Agent,
Yes, sir.
right? So we would like to show you just that Excel doesn't make sense to many of people. Like okay, HDFC ठीक है, ये कुछ समझ नहीं आया. Visual representation is more powerful than this. So let's. What you can do is take your mobile, go to Google, type HDFC share bank price chart, and go for maximum here, and run your mouse over that. So you can see okay 2002 में कितना था जब मैं पैदा हुआ था और my age was this. Okay, 22 rupees. Did it double in 4 years? So January 2002 it was 22 rupees. So you have to calculate in 2007 did it make 45 rupees. Double of 22 is 45. 2007 45 के ऊपर चला गया. Almost 150. You're happy. So if you had invested 10 lakh rupees, it's more probably 30 lakhs now. And again, you have to realize the 2008 global financial crisis. So people who are in their 30s or 40s, they remember this event very well. बहुत बड़ा पंगा हो गया था. I will say पंगा ही because nobody was prepared for this kind of crashes. And Lehman Brothers closed up. It was a 150-year-old company. US was in financial crisis. India was also facing the heat, and biggest issue was banking sector. So HDFC Bank was a uh, collateral damage as well. So let's assume HDFC Bank 175 दिखा था हमें, 170 था 2008 के स्टार्टिंग में. उसके बाद मार्केट जस्ट kept on going down till 175 became almost 83, half your 1 crore rupees. Suppose you invested 1 crore in 2008. By this time, 2009 March, you are sitting at just 50 lakh rupees. You are in loss. So we always said ना 4 साल दे दो पैसा आएगा. But boss 1 साल में तो 50 लाख गया. What to do? You are panicking. People start taking. So this is similar situation to here. 2010 में after February Corona crisis crash, similar crashes happened. Now you have to remember what happened after 2009 when you saw 50 lakh loss. Let's fast forward for next 3 years. 2012 आपने लिया कितने पे था? 200 पे. 2012 almost 300 हो गया. That is close to doubling. I'm not saying it is doubled, but close to. So let's stretch it. I'll give it a benefit of doubt. 350 done. In 4 years, 175 became 350, which is doubled in 4 years. So your 1 crore become 2 crore in 4 years. You are happy, but nobody will tell you that you are panicking for 12 months when your 1 crore was 50 lakh only. Or it is not 1 crore for many people in mutual fund industry. It was thousands of crores. So this is the game of patience, where you should back your company. You are hiring a management. You just wait, hold on to it, and it's easier said than done. For people like us, 2 days, 3 days sitting idle is very big deal. Spending 4 years में तो एक बंदा इंजीनियर होके बाहर आता है, right? You guys are committing your 4 years to this college, so it's not easy to commit 4 years to anything. And if you are committing this, and this is the reward, I believe this is the policy that we should follow with respect to stock market. And just imagine, see, the growth chart is non-stop. 600 became. So I know that most of you joined in 2018 in this college. So do the math. 2018 में डाला होता 1000 रुपए में fees and all that, and it's very interesting to see HDFC. Then let's say Asian Paints. We'll race through this. See, again, the charts is non-stop going. So do not look at this chart like an that you are studying no gravity chart. वो नीचे कोई gravity pull होगा, it will fall down. No, this is that topper of your class. फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड में टॉपर था, फिफ्थ में टॉपर था, 10th में टॉपर था, 12th में टॉपर. अभी आईआईटी नहीं मिला तो वीजीटीआई में आ गया. मेक सेंस? वो बंदा है. and he is here to stay, and his CTC is growing and growing and growing. So these companies are managed by people who are from Harvard, IIM, top brains. These people can hire top brain. They consult RBI, ex RBI governors, जो लोग PM मोदी जी को जो लोग recommend करते हैं economic policies. The these companies get access to these people. So they have more information, more data, and more brain power than we ever could have. So now any kind of a research that a single individual like you or me can run is from public domain. And public domain data is crippling to many people. Some data will give us a negative bias, और आजकल तो negative ही सबसे ज़्यादा चलता है. So it is tough to hold on to a stock nowadays for longer period without selling. But if you hold on to it, these are the companies which make sense and you should hold on to it. Okay, Tejan?
Yes, sir. So you may go on with the other questions in the chat box.
Please explain the churn ratio again. You have to explain the churn ratio again. Nihar, so churn ratio means, as I said, if churning is say 50%, बेसिकली आप ओके मैं ब्रोकिंग के फील्ड में बताता हूँ. आपका 10 लाख है स्टॉक ब्रोकर के अंदर, और स्टॉक ब्रोकर बोलता है कि निहार अगर आपने 10 लाख का चर्निंग किया, मीन्स 10 लाख बेचा, स्टॉक्स पूरा 10 लाख का बेचा, एंड यू रीपर्चेज दिस 10 लाख वो स्टॉक्स, इट विल कॉस्ट यू 3,000 to 4,000 रुपीज पर ट्रांसफर. सेलिंग के लिए 4,000 रुपीज ब्रोकरेज जाएगा, रीपर्चेज के लिए भी आपको 4,000 जाएगा, टोटल आपका 8,000 गया. ठीक है. Now, if you do this enough times, say 4 times, you're probably giving away 24,000-25,000 rupees of your 10 lakh rupees capital, which might seem very small to you, but it is 2.5% of 10 lakh. ये 2.5% 4 बार 400% churning के बाद हुआ है. Or it is not well and good if you keep on doing for next 4-5 years. In the end, you realize your broker is getting rich due to this churning. So avoid this kind of churning. And some PMS or AMCs that churn, they use their own in-house broking firm, mostly to do this, get it done. So one is churning is brokerage itself. Second churning is अगर आपने 100 का माल बेचा तो बेचते वक्त बीटा स्प्रेड रहता है, it will be 99 पे selling. You are not going to sell an asset at 100 ka asset at 100 itself. It will be say 99, let's assume, and you immediately repurchase this item. Now when you want to repurchase, it is at 100. It's like selling an old mobile versus buying a new mobile. That's called bid-ask spread. That spread is sometimes 0.5% to 1% or 0.05% भी रहता है कभी कभी, but that's again a bad deal. Third issue with churning here is taxes. You have to pay taxes ना. अगर आपने 10 लाख का प्रॉफिट है और आपने एक बार चर्न करने के चक्कर में बुक किया, तो इमीडिएटली आपको 10 लाख पे 2 लाख या 3 लाख का टैक्सेस लगेगा. अगर आप कुछ नहीं करते, जैसे प्रॉपर्टी के साथ करते हो, देन यू आर नेवर एवर गोइंग टू सी टैक्स का इम्प्लीकेशन. You get dividend, be happy with the dividend, let it keep running for 4, 5, 10 years, let it grow up, and you meet a smart CA who can use indexation on your favor. तो आपको जो टैक्स लाइबिलिटी है बहुत कम रहेगा. But if you keep churning, government eats a lot of tax. I hope I am clear with churn ratio again. And what CEO under management. Yes, what is the benefit of that? I'll go to some other interesting topics that I think you should know. You guys, young guys should know, basically. Number of positions. So we have developed a strategy called idiot strategy. Idiot strategy stands for I do investment one time. So what we thought of ourselves is, okay, there is one student, 20-year-old student who has no clue what to do with his newly found salary job, and he is completely idiot in this field, and people are going to take advantage of him. LIC bechoge, बेचेंगे या कुछ भी बेचेंगे. तो how could he navigate all this and still beat Nifty? So this was a very interesting question, and we found that okay, why not he buys top three stocks every January 1st. Date is fixed, January 1st. Buy top three Nifty stocks. Nifty का दिखता है आपको, Nifty का weightage, you can Google with Nifty weightage and it will throw the results, and top three weightage is the company that you want to buy. And for ease of calculation, we assume that you are buying 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh ka three stocks. So in 2008, you invested 1 lakh in Reliance, 1 lakh in ONGC, 1 lakh in Bharti Airtel. You hold on to these companies, you never exit. In 2009 January 1st, again you do the same exercise, you repeat the exercise and buy the top three Nifty companies with 3 lakhs. Continue with 2010 11 and stuff, and you end up beating Nifty. That's what we found. It was very interesting to find that we are ending up by investing 36 lakhs in 12 years, and that 36 lakh has converted into 78 lakhs almost, out of which 42 lakh is your profit. ठीक है, 36 डाला 36 है और मिला 42 lakhs है. और वही amount if it was chasing in Nifty index, 36 lakh became 64.3 lakhs, and your return is just 30, almost 29 lakhs. What is the gap of 29? Almost 12 13 lakh rupees gap is there. 13 lakh is not a big amount because it is almost 40% of invested capital. तो IRR के हिसाब से IRR is a terminology, the methodology to calculate return when the cash flow is such that कि एक टाइम पे तो नहीं डाला आपने, 2019 में भी 3 लाख डाला है, 2018 में भी 3 लाख डाला है, तो that money didn't get 10 years to stay in the market. So you try to calculate internal rate of return for that time that money got invested in market. That's it. So IRR is 11.25 versus 8.65.
Sir, I'm very sorry to interrupt you.
No worries.
Can you share the screen for this so that people
Ayyo.
can?
Oh, sorry. I sorry guys, sorry. It's not my day. So EDA strategy. Once again, I am repeating myself with screenshot. I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. EDA strategy tried to do this, like buy on 1st January the top three stocks and go to Nifty, find the top three stocks. Reliance, ONGC, Bharti was in 2008, and in 2009 it was HDFC, Reliance, HDFC Limited, and so on. ITC, Infosys, Reliance in 2014. So these companies you buy only top three companies, not the other companies, and you hold on to them. And at year 2020, when you look back, you realize that you owned 36 lakhs, became 78 lakhs, you made 42 lakhs profit. Nifty, the same 36 lakh was invested, became 64 lakhs or 29 lakh profit. A cool 13 lakh alpha was made with respect to Nifty. And why is it this important? Because पूरी दुनिया सिर्फ निफ्टी को बीट करने में लगी हुई है. The PhD, the CFA, CAs, all those masters of the universe with more knowledge, gyan, everything, they are after beating Nifty. So when you come to finance field, it's like how many times you have been beaten the benchmark is the biggest question that they always ask, because more number of times you beat, more efficient, skilled you are. It's some kind of awesomeness. And here one idiot guy just following a simple rule, top three stocks, and he has beaten Nifty. Nifty ka internal rate of return was 8.65, whereas this idiot strategy, where idiot stands for I do investment one time. Right, I do investment one time. That is the idiot guy's motto. I don't know the name of the company. I don't want to research. I have zero time commitment. मुझे सैलरी मिलता है, मैंने सैलरी साइड में रखा था. I will invest 3 lakhs every January 1st. And this is the result. And we went in deep to find out what he bought. Out of 12 years, 10 साल तो मोटा भाई अपना रिलायंस ही था। तो रिलायंस जो रैली कर चुका है, रिलायंस द बिगेस्ट विनर इन स्टॉक मार्केट। यू कैन नोट, टॉपर हमेशा टॉपर ही रहता है, क्लास का टॉपर है ना, उसको सेकंड रैंक आता ही नहीं कभी, कुछ भी कर लो, पता नहीं कैसे, बट इवन इन स्टॉक मार्केट देयर आर कंपनीज लाइक दिस। इफ मुकेश अंबानी was rich 10 years back, he was more richer today. Infosys, ICICI, ITC, HDFC. So these are the companies that he bought. And notice something. Interestingly, Airtel, NTPC kind of companies didn't do much in last 10 years. Because of Vodafone, the Jio, Bharti Airtel couldn't cope up with these companies. So their share price didn't go up. And this idiot strategy didn't invest too much money into these lagging companies. It was always hiring the best management, which is Reliance, Infosys, ICICI, and extra. आपने ये भी देखा, यू मिस्ड एस बैंक, यू मिस्ड DHFL, यू मिस्ड almost every Anil Ambani company Awas which was out there. You missed Kingfishers, many companies, many kachra companies you miss by this attitude. So it's not just about beating the Nifty, but also missing the bad companies. JP Associates नाम का था, Suslon था, many people bought S Bank recently. This strategy never ever got S Bank. In fact, HDFC, ONGC and all that. And I am sure in next 2-3 years, Asian Paints will come up to top 3 positions also.
So, but then when do we withdraw money? Like for 12 years, we are investing according to the immediate strategy. So when should we remove? Like, when should we withdraw money?
It's again, the withdrawal is based on the need of that capital back. घर कब बेचता है आदमी? जब पूरा he is out of options. Retirement. If this is never ever a short term game, it is more like for retirement, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. Give it time, you will see the compounding benefit to it.
So, but what if I have bought Anil Ambani's company stocks and they didn't perform well, like we saw?
Yes, so next year again, so you will have a collateral damage like this. Always. इसमें क्या पता आपको 10 साल बाद ITC रहे ना रहे, you will always lose some money in this kind of companies. But next time you are bringing more capital to the table. Next year again, you are bringing new capital to the table and new money is going to chase the best performing guys only. Here the game is not to avoid bad companies entirely. They are going to come up. Who knew? Maybe Nokia अगर listed रहता तो शायद 2008 में Nokia was the biggest company. Apple just launched their iPhone. Apple was not there. Nokia was the biggest mobile manufacturer, and today Nokia is nowhere to be seen. So I get your question, but when Nokia was going down, next year you are not going to buy Nokia. Makes sense?
So the money I have invested in Nokia is going to be diverted, or what should I exactly do there?
In idiot strategy, we are saying we do. The idiot guy is not aware कि company का क्या हाल है. Make sense? If Anil Ambani है owner, उसको वो भी नहीं पता. That's what we assume. But as you said, we can do lot of permutation combination. NTPC आज भी क्या करेगा? 10-15 साल हो गए NTPC का. If you look at chart, it is not even going anywhere. So you should exit that. We are not complete idiots. With 5-6 years in the market, we will have our own knowledge कि यार ठीक है ये कंपनी नहीं चल रही है. Let's remove this NTPC and that 1 lakh should chase say ITC, HDFC, or HDFC Bank, Infosys, anything. Something that we believe that will work.
Okay, sir. So there's a question in the chat box. How do we get started with such investments?
You have to meet any broker and open a Demat account. Step 1 is that, and it can be Zerodha for a starting guy. Zerodha is very good. They charge no fees for buying equity, or mutual fund also. There is a coin kind of thing, so you should approach Zerodha. Spelling is Zerodha is Am I sharing my screen here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So so this is the company's name. Go there, open an account. It's completely free. They will charge you 200-300 rupees. You might need KYC documents like PAN, Aadhaar, take photo, etc.
Sir, there's a question. What is your opinion on the mobile apps and portals which let us do the same thing, the which Zero Adha does actually?
So the matter again comes to my problem here is, do you trust them to, when you click on the penny payout button, are you sure they will transfer the money?
So, but there are many outperforming companies like apps also there, like Upstocks and all, which are really performing well.
Upstock is a competitor of Zerodha.
Okay.
It's a stockbroker again. It's not something else. Again, Zerodha, Upstock, Angel, Motilal, Oswal, Sher Khan, everybody is same. Let's put it like that. Everybody is a stockbroker. Only game here is Zerodha charges zero fees, and its technology is very super user friendly. Motilal is for high tech guys with 5 6 years in the market. People like us use Motilal because Motilal never say no to anything. मुझे ये चाहिए वो चाहिए, मोतीलाल वाला बंदा करके देता है. Zerodha is very strict. They do not give you entire options out there, but they are the cheapest out there in cost value. Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Then there are other apps that you said like Grow app in
Yeah.
India, Scriptbox, etc. So these are middlemen. मैंने बोला ना वो 1% expense ratio mutual fund का.
Yes, sir.
वो 1% में से this guy for every 1,000 rupees, these guys get at least 150 or 200 rupees kickback. Grow claims that they are not getting that kickbacks, but Grow is going to sell your data to others. So they are going to earn from that perspective. That's what Grow management has been telling us in public domain. That if you notice, Grow app का advertisement आते रहता है Zero YouTubes में. That direct है, कोई commission भी नहीं लेता and all that. तो commission नहीं लेता तो Grow is trying to cross sell other products to you, like बजाज फाइनेंस के साथ टाई अप करेंगे, आपको 0% EMI का कुछ बेचेंगे क्योंकि आपका डेटाबेस तो है. तो ये that's how the game works. You sell something very good product first, like HDFC. When you go to HDFC Bank, it's purely bank, but you end up buying some insurance, something or the other from this agent, na? Where it is not a bank thing, but it is some other product, insurance product hai, investment product hai, retirement saving scheme hai, and all that hai. So these schemes buy karoge to there is some cost associated with it, and that's how these companies earn.
Okay. So there's one more question. What are the basics before investing in a particular company and how to lower the risk?
Got it. Before that, for youngsters, I would like to show you something about one thing that I wanted to show you. Just a second. Yeah. So I wanted to show you this data to youngsters. That okay, there is one guy called A and one is B. So what happened here is Mr. A was in college for 24 2 years. He came out of college, he started earning. He didn't save anything until the age of 30. So by that time, he got married and he realized that he need to save money, and he started saving 10,000 per month, which is 1.2 lakhs per year. Okay. On the other end, there was one guy who was very super introvert or somebody. So that guy started saving 10,000 per month at the age of 20. Yeah. But बंदे ने at the age of 30 he stopped investing. So that is the whole entire investment that he did is just for 10 years he kept 10,000 aside, which is 1.2 lakh per year. At the age of 30 he stopped everything. He I don't know what happened to him. He just stopped everything, and he thought I will not save anything anymore anytime. But this guy was super smart. From the age of 30 he thought until I retire I will save 1.2 lakh per year. So I will have more years to save than this guy B. And hands down, Mr. A should win because he almost invested till the age of 55, 30 lakh rupees. Whereas the second guy B, could manage to save just 13 lakhs. But 13 lakh of his due to time became 2.65 crore. Whereas guy one, उसका 30 लाख डाल के भी उसको 1 करोड़ 30 लाख ही हुआ है. उसमें से 30 लाख तो खुद का डाला हुआ पैसा है, इसमें से 29 lakhs का. So he earned just 1 crore profit. This guy earned almost 2.5 crore profit. समझ रहे हो? So always remember this data. This should be your game plan. Whenever I invest, you should, जैसे एग्जाम वाला हालत है ये, रात भर उठ के पढ़ाई करो और फिर भी मार्क्स इतने ही आए. Whereas somebody who started preparing well before would score more, and he had less effort for 10 first years, 10 years only that he has saved. उसके बाद तो उसने सेविंग्स भी नहीं किया. तो जरा सोचिए, अगर आप लोग 21-22 के एज में जब सैलरी मिलेगा, अगले 10-15 साल तक ही सेव करो और बंद करो. आप हैंड्स डाउन आप लेट स्टार्टर को बीट कर रहे हो. 10 years का डिले का वैल्यू देखा आपने कितना? ही से from 30 till 25 years. This is a 25-year period. 25 साल तक इसने सेव करके भी इसको कुछ नहीं मिला, जहां पे इसने 10 साल सेव करके कितना कमाया. This is something I wanted to share with you guys. This is data which is very vital. Yeah.
Before ending, we'll take one more question.
Sure.
What is your opinion on Equitas Bank and Yes Bank's future?
You do not hire what do you say? I always like that. If I am a shop owner and I get a guy who was a drug addict, who was a topper, then a drug addict, and he's out of jail and now he wants a second chance. We are not an NGO. Your money the money that you are going to invest in S Bank or Equitas is coming from hard work. You should not buy stocks that are not performing or do not have a good track record. This is S Bank for you. Make sense? And I understand this is a value thing. और यार एक जमाने में ये 500 था, 400 था, अभी ये ले लूंगा तो चलेगा ना. The problem here is we assume the quality of the stock is similar. Like one day you passed through a mall and there was this beautiful dress that was on stand and they quoted that price of this cloth as 5,000 rupees. Okay. And next day you went there to buy these clothes for 5,000 rupees in your pocket. You went there. But surprisingly, they have slashed it. That 5,000 rupees is just 2,500 now per dress. So आपकी तो चांदी हो गई because you were willing to put 5,000 and all of a sudden there's a discount of 2,500 rupees. You end up buying two clothes for 5,000, which is called discount because the quality of the dress has not changed. जो कल वाला ड्रेस था वो आज भी है, उसमें कोई फर्क नहीं हुआ. लेकिन आई विल गिव यू अनदर एनालॉजी वेयर आपने कहीं गए, आप टमाटर देखा, 100 रुपए किलो का टमाटर था, लेट्स अस्यूम, कल बोला उसने 100 रुपए, 4 दिन बाद जाओगे तो वो आपको दिखा कि वही टमाटर वो अभी 20 रुपए में बेच रहा है. It's because not because it's a discount, the quality of tomato has deteriorated by 80%. तो जिसकी जितनी क्या बोलते हैं औकात के हिसाब से ही वैल्यू आता है मार्केट के अंदर. मार्केट इज कंप्लीटली एफिशिएंट. एक जमाने में एस बैंक वाज वेरी गुड, promising, so he was 373. He was like I am topper and all that. All of a sudden he gets into drug issue, Ria type, Madam Ria या Shushan, जो भी है, giving a real world analogy. So now Madam Ria is in jail. So probably her career is done. So are you going to hire Ria for your next project? Don't know. So similarly, you are going to invest in S Bank, who has clearly destroyed past investors' wealth, was unethical, and today you can give him a second chance. But the question here is, can you do this when you have other competitor? Because your money is limited. Why not? Why are you not buying HDFC Bank, who is consistently compounding, non-stop? Why not Reliance? Reliance का देखिए आप क्या गिरता है, non-stop जा रहा है. There was a sleeping period almost for 8 years. Reliance was sleeping, and all of it rallied. And I will give you one more data point that I will give you one more data point. Almost, see, yeah. Many people want to know कि मार्केट में कितना टाइम रुकना चाहिए, मार्केट रिस्की है, गैम्बलिंग है. I would like to point out one thing to you. Every 3 years, Nifty ETF makes a new high. I am not saying it doubles. I am just saying it makes a new high means अगर आपने 6000 के हाई पे 2008 में लिया होता और आप अटक गए हो, give it 3 years, your money is back. अगर आपने 2015 में 8500 पे लिया होता उस टाइम का हाई, उसके बाद गिर गया मार्केट, you give it another 3 years and you are witnessing all time high. Similarly, February में many people saw 12,200 as the high in Nifty. Thereafter it came to almost 7,300. Oh, sorry. So point was that Nifty always makes a new high every 3 years. So today, whatever be the price of Nifty, it is definitely going to cross a new all-time high by 2023. So it was a no-brainer to buy stocks when it was 8,000 or Nifty at the price of 8,000. And that's what we have been doing since March. Whenever it was crashing, we knew that target ये है 12,200 का टारगेट है. कब तक आएगा? 3 साल में आएगा. क्या मैं ये पैसा 3 साल तक साइड में रख सकता हूँ? And if the answer was yes, go for it. That was the bargain that we got. We do not know whether S Bank बढ़ेगा नहीं बढ़ेगा. There is no set target here. There is no set timeline here. अगर आप S Bank लोगे या Equitas भी लोगे, I will strongly say that don't go there. Let's check out the Equitas price also. With respect to Equitas, one and foremost thing इसका डेटा ही नहीं है, इसके पास 20 साल का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं है. सर हाई एंड जब से आया है मार्केट में तब से नॉन स्टॉप नीचे जा रहा है, तो ऑब्वियसली टमाटर है. 138 का आईपीओ था. सो व्हाट मेक्स अस, यू शुड हैव अ बेटर रीजन. और 4 साल पहले आपने इसमें पैसा डाल, क्योंकि फीस तो गया पानी में. मेकिंग सेंस?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is. So with Upstock or Zero, Upstock is a fairly new company. 3-4 साल पहले. The problem with Upstock is कार्वी ने क्या किया आपको पता है क्या? पता नहीं. कार्वी भी एक 20 साल पुरानी कंपनी थी, स्टॉक ब्रोकर थी. एंड कार्वी ने 2,500 करोड़ का शेयर्स पब्लिक का चुरा लिया, ऐसे बोल सकते हैं. they took and sold it and wiped out 2,500 crore from the system. That is Carvey for you. It was a very reputed broker for 20-year time frame. Now Upstock is a fairly new 5-6-year-old guy in the space. So matter again is that if they do something wrong, you do not know the management, you do not know their reputation. कल को कुछ 19-20 हो गया, अगर कारवी ऐसा कर सकते हैं तो अपस्टॉक को कौन रोकता है? अपस्टॉक तो छोटा है ना. अगर एस बैंक में जैसे बैंक ने इतना बड़ा काम किया तो पीएमसी तो कुछ भी नहीं था. पीएमसी इज स्मॉल बैंक. तो वी ऑलवेज से दैट गो विथ रेप्यूटेड गाइज. मोतीलाल, शेर खान, एंजल, Zerodha, again last 10 years it is there. So we believe in next 10 years it will be there and it will honor your money. The point here is जब सेल बटन दबाओगे, पे आउट बटन दबाओगे, पे आउट आ जाना चाहिए बैंक में. अगर there is a sorry for inconvenience message, then the money that you have put is at risk. You are handing over money to some untrusted, unknown personnel. It's not untrusted because National Stock Exchange take care of all the other legalities. But do not go with a anjan naya company or naya management. We have seen a lot in the market to trust that India में सिर्फ नाम से ही काम चलता है. Your brand image, your management image should be good. HDFC Securities, again, HDFC Securities is backed by HDFC Bank, and it is awesome. But it is one of the most costliest in the sector, and they know their power. They are saying, I am Apple of the mobile industry. I am expensive, but I'm sure I am good quality. Similarly, HDFC Securities will 102% honor your पेमेंट. अगर आपने क्लिक किया तो पेमेंट आ जाएगा. तो people like us, once our asset under management goes up a lot, like 50 cr, 100 cr, we will we have taken franchise of Motilal Oswal, and Motilal, HDFC, Kotak Securities come under that category where you can trust them with 100 cr plus. You cannot trust 100 cr with Zerodha or Upstock, but they are compensating that by being very लो प्राइस ब्रोकरेज. 20 रुपए ब्रोकरेज है, जीरो कॉस्ट है इक्विटी का. मोतीलाल भी चार्ज हेवी. यस तेजल.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for answering all the questions. So with this, we'd like to end today's session. And any questions, the ones we couldn't take in this session, we'll surely take it up in the next session, the coming session.
Sure, guys. This is my WhatsApp number. Save it. WhatsApp me anytime, any question you have. Every alternate Sunday I will be here for next more topics, more in depth, and show you what money then strategies are, how we generate 20-30% per year, and we manage a hefty sum of money, and कैसे 2-4 महीने में 1-2 करोड़ कमा सकते हैं वो भी दिखा देंगे, just to keep you hooked for next class.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Awesome. ठीक है. Thank you, guys. Thanks for listening, and give me a feedback on this number. This is my WhatsApp number. You can visit the website, and website has a lot of data, and you can get in touch with me from website as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Okay.
So guys, stay tuned. We are going to resume the sessions after IMST.
Hello.